What up? It's Kelson from 92Q. And all week, you've been seeing the flyers everywhere. Bay Motors, Bay Motors, Bay Motors. And right now, I'm sitting here talking to Chris the Q. He is the GM over there at Bay Motors. Chris, what's going on?
What up, Kels? What's going on, baby?
I'm good, man. I've been seeing a lot of new cars on the streets.
Hey, that's what we do. You know, selling cars, giving away like candy bars. You know how I go. Just trying to put people in cars, hook folks up. You know, do what we can. You know what I mean? This with this pandemic and everything else, a bunch of negative stuff out there. You know, we try to bring a little positivity to folks' lives by hooking them up. You know, everybody needs transportation. You know, it's rainy out there. Nobody wants to be sitting on a bus stop when it's cold. Nobody wants to be out there cold with the kids, taking them to daycare. So, you know, come see me. Let me put you in the car. We call them COVID beater cars. So that way you don't have to be in an Uber or in a bus with everybody else smelling all that COVID air. You know what I mean? Get your own car. You have your own air around you. You're good.
And not to mention, there's a case about to come, so being in the car will be a good thing.
I'm trying to tell you. You ain't never lied, Kels. You ain't never lied, brother. I love it.
So it's crazy. All the commercials you've been running, I've been here at Bay. We don't play. So now it's stuck in my head.
That's something catchy. And, you know, it's wild. I was talking to Mr. Bay, and we were just, you know, throwing some things around, and we came up with it as a catchphrase because, you know, it sounds wild. It's kind of funny. But at the end of the day, we don't. You know, we get straight to the point here. We don't lie to customers. We don't do gimmicks, things of that nature. You know, we tell people like it is. We give it to them like it is. They come in here. People need help. People want a car. You know, good credit. People want good rates. People that have less than good credit, bad credit, you know, they need help. They need help getting in cars, and that's what we do. So we don't play. We get right straight to the point. We'll hook folks up. You know, at some dealerships, you know, people complain about being there all day.
All day. Yes.
Yeah, I said at a dealership, hey, look, let me tell you something. I work at a dealership and don't want to be here all day. You know what I mean? So we try to get straight to the point, find out what we need to do for a customer, and come up with solutions. Everybody's situation is different. There are no two buyers that are exactly the same. Everybody's situation is different. Like I said before, good credit, bad credit, it doesn't matter. We're going to come up with a solution to put you in the car, period.
If you need cars, Bay Motors,
we don't play.
6200 Belair Road, or log on to baymotorsmd.net or baymotorsmd.com to see what they got. Sitting here talking to Chris. And Chris, I hear that Bay Motors has been around for like 40 years. Like, how do you guys last that long?
Oh, man, let me tell you, Mr. Bay has been in the business for over 40 years. And because of that, he has developed relationships at different banks, at the auctions, and things of that nature. So whereas a lot of people don't have inventory right now, we have inventory because of his special relationships with folks at Manheim Auto Auction. He can pretty much get whatever he wants, and however many he wants of it. You know what I mean? He can get cars in bulk and stuff like that because of that 40 years. You know what I mean? So and with banks, and when it comes to financing people, we're able to finance folks and find solutions for them because of his relationships. We have banks that a lot of independent dealers don't because he has been in business so long. That coupled with the fact that we have so many repeat customers coming back. We just recently started advertising on the radio because we didn't have to advertise. He's been selling these same customers and their families and friends for over 40 years, just and generations of the family members. So they just keep coming back, and word of mouth is better than anything else.
And it seems that they trust you. That's why they keep coming back to Bay Motors. They trust the process and how you guys want to take care of them.
Oh, absolutely. We don't play when it comes to that because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of folks, they're not going to come back. And honesty is definitely the best policy. And if you straight up with people, tell them their situation, tell them what they need to do to get a vehicle. You know, tell them, you know, like sometimes when we buy cars from the auction, sometimes they have accident damage on them. You look at the Carfax, they have accident damage. We don't hide any of that stuff. Everything is up in the open, is out in the open. Full disclosure here. So we have no reason to lie to people. We take care of them, and honesty is definitely the best policy. So we love it. That's how you keep people coming back to see you. You take care of people. In essence, you know, it's just like anybody else. You know, you put good energy out there in the universe, you're gonna get good energy back. You get what you put out there, period. So that's how that's the philosophy here.
Because at Bay, they
we
don't play.
I love that. See, and it's catchy, and you'll be thinking about that, like, little catchphrase, and it's the truth. I'm not trying to play with anybody. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get them in, get them out. Like I said, nobody wants to be at a dealership all day and all night, and you don't have to be if you just do things right and straight up with people. Don't try to get over on people. Don't try to use gimmicks, things of that nature. Oh, I can do it with no money down. Da 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 da. Look, just give them the straight up truth. This is what you're going to need in order to get into a car. This is what your credit looks like. This is what we need. Boom. That's what it is.
So why is it sometimes that you may go to a dealership and you are there for like 5 and 6 hours? Like, what's being done during that time? Because to us as customers, sometimes like, well, they just hurry up. I got things to do. Like, either yes or no. Here's the money. What's good?
and it's crazy, and it's really wild because sometimes it can be that simple. A lot of times, a lot of stores, a lot of dealerships aren't equipped to handle certain credit situations. They don't all have the ability to do that. So sometimes they're trying to figure out, what to do, and it takes them a while because they don't necessarily might not have the experience, might not have seen that situation before, or have the banks or the necessary cars to put people in. So they make people wait unnecessarily instead of just being straight up with them. Hey, look, this is going to take a while because of your credit. Sometimes it's going to take a while. So this is what I'm going to do. Go ahead and I'll give you a call about an hour to 2 hours and let you know exactly what's going on. I don't want you to wait around because the bank is taking a little while. We got to, check all your stipulations, call your job, check and see how long you've been there. Some banks want to check that stuff, and some banks don't, and things like that. So different things. They want to look at your pay stubs, or want to make sure you've been living where you're living, all that good stuff. So sometimes it can take a little while. Be straight up with the customer, let them know you call them back. I mean, don't have them sitting around all day, because that just it's not good. It's not, especially when people come in with kids and things of that nature. We try to get straight to the point. Don't play with the customers. Don't try to figure out, how am I lie? How am I going to spend this? Just be straight up, straight between the eyes. That's honestly the best policy. Honesty is definitely the best policy. So
for years, it seemed like there's been rumors about, it's easier to get a car sold or get a car at the end of the month or the end of the year. Those type of rumors.
Let me just be honest with you. No matter when you buy a car, any time of year is a good time to buy a car. It's just that dealers are trying to boost up their profits toward the end of the year because it's slower. So they put it in people's minds that if they get it at the end of the year, it's a better deal. When in essence, you can get that deal any time of the year. Any time of the year. But I don't believe me. As a matter of fact, I got a customer, Nadine.
Okay. How you doing, Nadine?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I hear that you're a customer of Bay Motors. How was your experience?
Oh, it was wonderful. I live in Baltimore County, and the wild thing about it, I never wanted to travel out back into the city to look for a vehicle because there's so many dealerships here. And I decided, let me go on to Bay Motors because I hear the advertisement on the radio. It's like, I listen to 92Q all the time. So I just said, well, let me take a chance. So when I arrived there, I told them what I was looking for, which was a Toyota Sequoia. I was currently driving one, and they told me they didn't have what I wanted, but they said, give me a day or two and we'll have it for you. Sure enough, they had it. I have a white Toyota Sequoia. It's a platinum, fully loaded. And they treated me so well that I had my daughter and son also to purchase vehicles from them. And this has all happened within the last 6 months.
Wow.
So Bay, he took care of me. I got my kids involved, and we're good to go.
So this definitely be a situation where you would go back again when you needed a new car, or you would refer someone else who needed the car.
Yes.
Come get another one, Nadine. Let's do it again. Let's go. As a matter of fact, Kels is wild because I had to go to Pittsburgh, Mannheim, Pittsburgh, to find the car that she wanted, because Toyota stopped making a Sequoia for a couple years. So it was really scarce and hard to get one. So I ended up going up to Pittsburgh to get the car for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yep.
No problems with the vehicle. Drove well. Good condition.
Hey, look, if you do have any issues,
condition.
Just bring it in. I'll take care of it, whatever it is. Because at Bay, we don't play.
We don't play.
And all period.
Thank you, Mr. Chris.
That's what's up. Hey, you're welcome. And if your daughter, anybody else you need, your brother, sister, come holler at me. I got you. I appreciate your business, though. I really do. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks, Kelson.
Thanks for listening.
Have a good one.
Chris, I got Varney asking a question from Facebook. Is Bay Motors a black-owned business?
Bay Motors is actually a minority-owned business. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yes, they are. A matter of fact, the owner is a HBCU graduate.
Nice.
As am I, of course.
Okay.
But he graduated from Morgan. I graduated from Coppin State, the great Coppin State, a.k.a. the University on North Avenue.
What the hell?
Yeah, if you're from Baltimore, you know what it is. So
exactly.
yeah. Yep. And once I graduated from Coppin, I stayed here in Baltimore. So Baltimore, I love it. I don't care what people say. I love Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I love Baltimore. Baltimore's a great town. So folks just don't know.
Speaking of Baltimore, you see a lot of people in Honda Accords. Are they one of your popular cars that you sell at Bay Motors?
Well, okay. And let me tell you about that. Now, Hondas are popular cars, very popular. They're actually, matter of fact, one of the number one sold cars. Matter of fact, let me see what we got out there on the lot.
Okay, let's go.
Just check out what we have. If you notice on our lot, we have a lot of Asian cars, and the reason for that is because Mr. Bay, we used to sell a lot of Mercedes, BMWs, and things of that nature, but we found that over a period of time, the cost of ownership for those German cars sometimes is very expensive. You know what I mean? So we started they started to go to, you go to get an oil change, it costs you a couple $100, as opposed to a Honda or Toyota or Lexus or Acura, $80, $90, because, using synthetic oil and stuff like that. So he's geared toward buying mostly Asian cars because of the low cost of ownership. And they're just low in maintenance. And when people buy them, there are no problems. The last thing you want as a dealer is to sell a product that customers, once they get home a couple months later or a year or two later, they start having issues, and then they're expensive issues. So we buy cars that, number one, have great track records, like some of the number one vehicles sold in the United States, which is Hondas and Toyotas, and Lexus and Acura are basically Hondas and Toyotas. They're owned by Honda and Toyota, as well as Nissan and Infiniti. And we want to sell stuff that lasts. You know what I mean? We don't want customers to have issues. You know what I mean? I don't want a customer to have to keep coming back trading their car in because there's something wrong with it. I want them to keep coming back trading their car in because they just want the newest thing out there. And some people do that. Every 2 years, customers are trading cars in for the new body styles and stuff. But we tend to, like I said, we steer ourselves toward the Asian cars because they're just so good. They last forever, and they don't give customers issues and problems. So
nice. And I think we got more people that buy from you. You got from Bay Motors also standing by. I think Winfield.
Oh, my man. What up, dog?
What's up, good people? What's up? That's a perfect segue because I've known Chris for over 30 years, and I've known Bay for over 10. And I know both of them well. I know how they move, how they get down. So when the two of them got together, when Chris told me he was going to work for Bay, I knew they was going to do some great stuff for Baltimore up there and hook people up. That's what they do. Right. Or I'm sorry, I don't want to change your tagline. They don't play up there. They don't play. But I said it's a perfect segue because my son, I referred him to Chris. And I knew he was going to get a quality vehicle. I was trying to steer him towards a Toyota or a Honda. Just know it's a reliable vehicle. It's going to last. You ain't going to have no problems. You ain't going to be mad at the guy that sold it to you, wanting to cuss him out and go see him. So I tried to steer him that way, but he young and he want what he want. So he went up there and he talked to Chris and laid it out and told him, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. This is what my credit looked like. Not that great. Can you make it happen for me? Tell me what I need to do to get what I want. Chris actually allowed him to give him the details of what kind of car he was looking for, gave him 3 options, and allowed him to pick the one from the options that he prioritized them, first, second, third choice. And Chris and the team up there at Bay, they actually went to the auction, grabbed what he wanted, brought it back. And he's military, so he couldn't stick around for them to do everything that they needed to do to make sure the vehicle was roadworthy and make sure it was safe. So by the time they were able to finish it, he was in Jacksonville. They delivered the vehicle in Jacksonville, and the boy's been happy ever since. So if he happy, I'm happy. Otherwise, I would have had to get up there with Chris.
Okay, I don't want no smoke, Kels. I don't want no smoke. I'm not trying to
no, and they don't play, so
nah, we don't play. That's my frat brother too, so I'm gonna look out for him anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gonna look out for him. You know how we do, dog. Friends, family, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Also, I think you got another one of your frat brothers checking in.
Okay.
My guy Jerome.
Hey, what's going on?
Rome, what up?
Nothing much, man. How y'all doing?
We're good. Good. I see you driving. You must be working.
I actually just got off. I'm headed home now.
Oh, okay. What kind of car are you driving?
A Honda Accord that I bought from you.
See, told you Honda Accords are very popular.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, Kel, that's the best thing smoking.
It was a very smooth transition. I called him, told him I needed a new car because I had gotten in an accident.
And Jerome had gotten in an accident.
Oh wow!
In the car that he had bought from Bay before.
Okay, another repeat customer.
It's like the third car he bought from Bay. It's like his third car. So yeah. And of course, when he came to see me,
about the repeat customers checking in.
I know. He got a little bad reception, but
I was in there for less than an hour. I sent him all the paperwork he needed from home. He said, "Give me a couple hours. I'll call you back." He called me back. I literally went there, signed all my paperwork, and drove off with my new car.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and like we said before, I don't want to keep a customer here that long. Right. And a lot of times we'll do a lot of the paperwork online because it makes it easier, so that when they come in, everything's kind of set up. Come in, you can pick the car out, or if you've already picked it out, get in it, take it for a test drive, make sure you like it, because I always make sure people like things before they buy it. It's a lot easier to pay for something that you like than something you don't like. You know what I mean? So, I try to fit them and match them up with the right vehicle based on their situations, their own situations. But Jerome can buy whatever he wants. He built like that. So yeah, I'm not putting people business out there, but that's what he do. I have all types of customers. Matter of fact, Kel's got a question about an expedition. Okay. Someone's asking about an expedition. We can get expeditions. We don't have one right now, but we can get them. So it all depends. If we need to have one, all you got to do, come on in. Let me know what your top color choices, what years, mileage, and stuff like that. We work it out. Like I did for Nadine, I go to the auction and get you one. Like I did for Winfield's son, I go to auction and get you one. Not a problem. Even if we don't have it on the lot, we can get it. We have access to Manheim, which is worldwide. So all I have to do is go online, do a search for the vehicle. If it's out there, I can get it.
And if you need a car, baymotors.net or even baymotors.com, they got you straight. Also, I know that just from your name, Chris the Q, that you're a Q, and I know Jerome and Winfield. Part of France.
There you go, Kels. You had to do it, baby.
I had to.
You're doing it, baby.
And I heard the commercial. Do you do anything special for fraternities and sororities?
Oh, let me tell you something. All the members of the Divine Nine fraternities and sororities, they know what it is. They come in, they're gonna get taken care of anyway. I take care of everybody anyway. But my the fraternities and sororities, that's this little thing we got. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. You in the Divine Nine, one of those. Oh man, it's a lot of fun. Because Kels, as you know, back in the day in college, And we had a ball. We had a ball. And then even afterwards and stuff like that, we it's a network. I don't care whether you're Q, Kappa, Sigma, don't matter. AK, it's a whole network. And it's just like it's a way we're all bonded and tied to each other. You know what I mean? So, of course I'm gonna take care of them. Oh man. And I love my HBCU grads. I love the current students, friends. Hey, like I said on the commercial, forget that 1 month of celebrating Black History Month. We celebrating Black History all year long, Kels. Here at Bay Motors. You both of us, me and Mr. Bay, are both HBCU grads. So we're gonna take care of folks. We're gonna take care of you. And like I said, I don't care where you buy a car from. Come see me first so I can make sure you're getting a good deal. I need to make sure you're getting a good deal. Let me see what kind of, just tell me what kind of deal they get, and you tell me what kind of car it is. Doesn't take me long. I'll look it up. I'll run the Carfax, see if it's good. Boom, go get it. As long as you're getting a good deal, go get it. That's all I care about.
Look at my guy, Rich. He says the Rich Foundation needs a van.
Let's go, Rich. I'll get you whatever you want. Rich, come on in, Rich. Or if you don't want to come in, you can just go right to my website, baymotorsmd.net. Soon as the website comes up, there's going to be a orange button that you can hit that says get approved now. Just hit the get approved now. You can go on your phone. You can go on your laptop. You can go on your desktop. I made it real easy for people. Just go ahead, push that get approved button, and it all starts from there. Everything comes directly to me. When you put that application in, it comes directly to me, and then I can start going to work for you. Put me to work. Let's go. Somebody put me to work. Somebody go online right now, hit the get approved button. Kels, what you want? Talk to me, Kels. What do you want?
I got a car probably around December.
Okay.
I do want another truck.
You got it. Done. Tell me what you want. I go to Manheim and get it. It don't matter.
Chris, I'm gonna hold you to it now.
Hey, please do. Come see me. I got you, Kel. I don't care. Anybody wants something, I got you. No gimmicks, no games, none of that. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna give you $100,000 for your trade where it's only worth $1 and all that and hike up the price. We don't do all of that. It's just real values for the cars, real value for your trade, give you a good deal on the car you're buying. That's it. I mean, because we don't play. And there's no need to play games with customers. Not these days. Everything you can find everything on the internet. So there's no need to play customers. Let's just go straight, get to the point. Let's hook folks up. I'm trying to hook people up. As you can see, look on the lot. All the cars we got on the lot.
They look good. I see some Acuras, some Lexus, Toyotas.
All kinds. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want, we got all kinds. All kinds of cars. Let me tell you something. What's hot right now? That Infiniti Q60, hot. I got about 8 of them right now. Last week, I sold about 4 or 5 of them. I got about 8 of them, and they are so hard to get at the auction right now. It's crazy, unbelievable. But you see what we got. You see what it is.
Very nice inventory.
We got a great selection of cars. And look, if we don't have it, Kels,
you can get it. And as we see, a lot of lots are empty, but you guys are definitely keep it packed.
Well, and look, and the reason for that, because there's a shortage. And like I said, because Mr. Bay's been in business for over 40 years, he's just got those relationships. He's got those relationships. So, yep, absolutely.
I hear people talk about, hey, I got bad credit, but you know what? I got like 5,000 or 6,000 to put down for a car. Does that make it easier?
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. And people, and I think most people understand that the more money they got down, the better their situation is a lot of times. And it definitely is. Reason being, the way the bank thinks, okay, the bank says, okay, well, if a customer is willing to put down a large amount of money, that means that the customer doesn't want to lose it by, not making payments on a car and getting it repoed. They're less likely to get a car repoed because they got a lot of skin in the game. You got $4,000 or $5,000 down on the car. You don't want to lose that $4,000 or $5,000. So you're going to continue to make your payments. Okay. Most likely. So in the bank's mind, okay, I'm willing to take a shot on this person. Even if they got bad credit, I'm willing to take the shot since they're putting that much money down. They got that much skin in the game. We'll go in with them. We'll go in the game with them and put them in a car. That's just the way the bank thinks about it. It's a risk thing. So the more money you put down, the less of a risk it is from them to finance you because you've got so much equity in the car. At that point, when you're putting that kind of money down, you now own the car for a lot less than what its actual value is. So if anything happens, like a total loss accident or something like that, you're going to make money on the car. Insurance company is going to give you the book value of the car, and you own it for less than the book value with all that money down. You're in a great equity position.
Do you have any programs for like a first-time buyer, or even like our first responders and, you know, teachers and stuff like that?
Absolutely. We absolutely do. A lot of the banks I work with, they love teachers, first responders, you know, people that work in those professions. And so a lot of times, you know, they'll hook them up, you know, even if they have credit issues and stuff like that, they'll look past that and hook them up. First-time buyers, definitely first-time buyers. I actually got a bank, a credit union that'll do first-time buyers at a good rate. Because normally banks will put first-time buyers in the same category as somebody with bad credit because they have nothing and they're a risk. You know what I mean? So we actually have banks that don't do that. They understand that people need to start. You know, people have to start. We got programs for them.
Because like sometimes when you're a first-time buyer, you know, you may be looking at a Lexus, but you might end in a less car, and then you may in your feelings for a while. So do you staying in smaller car for like a year or two and then upgrading, or?
You're absolutely right. Do you work at a dealership, Kelson?
No.
Sounds like you work at a dealership. Oh my goodness. Huh? Hey, look, we do need some help. We need some part-time help. So hey, if you will, and look, I'll pay you top dollar, Kels. You know what I mean? I can't pay you Radio 1 money, but I can give you a little something. You sell some cars, bro. But, that is absolutely right. People got to understand you have to crawl before you can walk. And when you're a first-time buyer, when you have credit issues, you can't get what you want right away. You know what I mean? It's like having beer money to buy beer, but you got champagne taste. You got to wait till you build up to get the champagne and have enough money to buy the champagne. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, and we have a solution for everybody. So we have programs like that, as a matter of fact. So, we usually explain to customers in those situations that they got to start somewhere first. Most people get it. Some people don't. And unfortunately, they'll go from dealership to dealership trying to get a car and end up with the same thing. You know what I mean? All the turn downs and things of that nature. So yeah, we start small first, but you can always build your way up. And it doesn't take that long. If you take your time, you get a car, it may not be what you want, make your payments on time, keep the rest of your credit good. It builds your credit. As you're making those payments, your credit gets better. You can come in here 8 to 12 months, trade it in, get a higher value car, and may actually end up paying less in payments because you've built your credit up and you get a lower rate.
Wow. So basically, if you need a car, stop by Bay Motors today, 6200 Belair Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21206. Call them 410-254-8200 or baymotorsmd.net or baymotorsmd.com and ask for Chris the Q. Because at Bay,
we don't play. Let's go. I love it. I appreciate you, Kels. I love it. Come get with me. I like it. Thank you, Kels.